Hello, friends. My name is Zithel. Welcome back to my Let's Learn Modded Minecraft series, Episode 3. Today, we go on a bit of an adventure to find some lava so that we can create a Tinker Smeltery. So before we get started today, one thing I did want to mention, I was talking about placing torches and looking at light levels to try to figure out where mobs spawn. So I checked out the controls. If you go to options and go to controls, for all the mod packs that you have, each one's listed and you can see the commands associated with them. This is a really helpful thing to try to understand, because when something's red, it is conflicting with another command. If something is not red, then that means you can use it. So you can see there's a lot of conflicts here because of all that. And they're organized by mod. So Crafting Tweaks has this stuff going on, and it's all over the place. So I was trying to figure out and then I came across, I did see something about light levels. I've lost it now, and I realized what my problem was. They've moved it. I'm used to it being the F7 key. That seems like a default, but for this one, it's F4. So if I press F4, I'm going to see all these numbers on the ground. That indicates the light level. You can see where a torch is placed, it's 14. As you move away from the torch, it gets less until there's a new torch. And you can see 1 block away from here is 13, 2 blocks away is 12, and they're colored green. And what that means is no mobs will spawn in this area. So when I look around, I see, oh, look at this corner, it is a 7. That means it's red, which means mobs can spawn there. So I'll put a little torch here, and we'll go through and just double check to see how it's going. You know what? We have a little dark area here, so we'll hide that. And apparently there's a little cave system up here, which is also dark. So anyways, F4 is how you can look to see if you're going to spawn mobs in your cave system. So we can also check here. So one of the mobs that attacked me could have spawned from there. When I go back a little bit further, I see another spot here. And now we're outside, so I'm okay. That's looking pretty good. Anyways, just wanted to mention that. I'm going to head downstairs and do a little bit of mining. I brought a sign with me, and you'll see why I'm using it in just a second. So here we are back in our cave system. And as you recall, we had a neat little area here. So I just want to put something down here that says danger. There's a lot of mobs. There's a lot of treasure in there. Yeah, we're going to get into there and kind of explore and see what there is. But for the time being, I have no armor. I have no shields. I don't have a crappy weapon. We want to try to improve those things. So we're going to start by mining out some resources. Here we see some copper. We're going to get some stuff, because a very important thing to do when you start a modded Minecraft, there always seems to be a way to do something called ore doubling. Now, normally, if I take this piece of ore and stick it in a furnace, I'm going to get a single ingot out of it. There are many ways in modded Minecraft that you can take these ore chunks, put them into a machine or something else, and get yourself more than one ingot. Let's see how. I'm going to turn my light levels on. We have a little creeper there, so let's. Oh, geez. Well, that could have went better. All good. Yeah. World's best fighter right here. Another creeper coming this way. I am moving really slow today, people. I got a few more bits of resources, kind of exploring around. It looks like we have here another area for our dungeon, or whatever that was. So I can come explore that. I hear zombies. This is a huge system, and I'm really being bad with torch placements. Usually what I like to do is place torches on the right, so that if I need to find the area again, or if I need to find my way out, I just follow along on one side. Right now, just trying to make this a little nicer. Okay, some more stuff down there. Okay, let's look to see what we got for mining. We have what looks to be some tin. Let's turn off the lighting level just for a sec so I can see a little bit better. And see what we got. We got more of that galena ore. Oh, good. We have some coal. That's going to be really useful because I am running out of coal. And also my tools are really slow. I don't like how slow it is. And we have a solution to that. So what we want to do today is look at some ore doubling. And to do that, we're going to be building something called a Tinker's Smeltery. It is a low-tech, doesn't require any power or anything other than a little bit of lava, and with it, it's a nice early game way to start doubling ores. So let me collect a few more of the resources here. I'm going to do this hopefully without dying. I should probably eat something. And of course, I didn't bring food, so that was really smart. Let me collect a little more ore, and I'll meet you upstairs, and we will take a look at what we need for our smeltery. Now, before we go back upstairs, I was once again clearing some stuff out. We're going to talk about these crystals soon, too. But I wanted to take a look at something. When I saw over here, I came over at this side and take a look at this. Oh, geez. This is quite the underground ravine. This looks gorgeous. Man, I want to explore this. So I'm going to put a little sign here. I really need to get my health back. Yeah. Ravine. Hopefully I can find that again. I should really head back to my base. I am getting low. I have no food to heal myself. As you can see, we got a few more pieces. We got some iron, copper, aluminum, tin. I think Cinnabar blew up. And I think we have a little bit of coal. We'll get a few more pieces of that. And then for real, I'll head upstairs, hopefully without dying, and I'll meet you back in the base. Okay, so we made it back without dying, hooray. Still a little hungry, but I got my health all the way filled up. So, let's get started with the next section. I'm surprised I haven't died yet. It's absolutely shocking to me. So we want to look at our Akashic Tome. Let's go back to here. This is our Akashic Tome is now turned once again to the Tinker's Construct manual. And the next thing over, we're going to talk about modifiers in a bit. We're going to skip ahead to the Smeltery. Now, the Smeltery is a really cool multi-block structure that's used for melting ores and combining ores in some cases. Through here, it shows you exactly how things are made, what you need to build it. You can read through here. We're going to talk about there's a furnace here also. We may not get into that, but for the time being, this is what we want to build. And we're going to do a really simple one first. So if we look at Tinker's, specifically Smeltery, we're going to see all these blocks down here that relate to the Smeltery. We can see that part of Tinker's Construct. The little blue thing says that. Now, a really cool shortcut is when you're in here, let's say you're working on a few things at once that you want to build. If you hover over something and press the A key, excuse me, it's going to pop it over here. And now when you go into your inventory, no matter what you're filtering on, you're going to have a list of stuff. So as you're building stuff, if you want to, save it over here with the A key. You press the A key again and it goes away. And that's a really good shopping list of things that you want to build. So if I go to the controller, I know I need a controller. I'm going to need a tank. I'm going to want a casting table and a faucet and a drain and some regular seared brick. I think that's a good start. We're going to make, like I said, we're going to make a really small one to start off. And we'll see how cute it is. It'll be a lot of fun. But to make it, let's look and see what the recipe says for this. So if I go into the controller, this is really easy. It's 8 pieces of seared brick. So seared brick we get from throwing grout into a furnace. 1 piece of grout turns into a seared brick. How do you get grout? Well, grout is made from gravel, sand, and clay balls. You can either do this to get 2 at a time, or you can do a slightly bigger recipe so you can get 8 at a time. And each one of these, if I right-click, turns into a seared brick. Now you will see some where these actually get doubled automatically into a second brick, but right now it's 1-to-1. So what I like to do, actually no, I think most of the time it's actually 1-to-1. I have lied. The grout recipe is the one that gets doubled when you have stuff. Anyways, let's get started with this. So what we need to do is explore the world. We want a good stack of gravel, sand and clay. We can use any type of sand here. So I'm going to start looking for that stuff, and we'll look for it. I think I have the clay. We got that underground, so we have plenty of clay balls. We just need some sand and some gravel. So we'll look around here, see if there's anything close by. I see some sand down there. I hate to, and there's some gravel. We'll start digging that up, I guess. I really would like to find a better supply of it. Usually there's a lot underground. We must have gotten some clay from before. But let's start digging this. And we got some salt blocks. I don't want to damage the environment too much. I like it when it's nice. We'll maybe fill in the hole later, right? So let's dig this. That's what you want to do. If you want to pause the video right here, start looking around the world, get yourself a good stack of both sand and gravel, and we'll meet back at the base. Okay, so I lied a bit. I didn't get quite a full stack. I wanted to get started on this. I did, however, get a little bit. And did I have some from before? No. Okay. So let's do 32 of each-ish. And I see outside it's starting to get a little dark, so let's go ahead and sleep through the night. So 32 should be enough. With the 32, 32, and 32, we should get a stack of grout. And that should be a good start. To make life a little easier on myself, the other thing I want to do with some of the digging that I've been doing, if I could find... Oh, I didn't dig it much gravel. I should get a few more pieces of cobble. And let's go ahead and build a couple more furnaces. So I'll grab these. I still want one more. And we're going to... So like I said, we're going to combine gravel, sand, and clay. And that's going to make us 64 pieces of grout using half a stack of each. So if I go here, let's go ahead and divide this just up by 2. Piece of grout. Beautiful. And the other thing we're going to need, we are going to need some lava in here, so I'm going to have to unfortunately use some of my iron before I double it and make myself a bucket. So we'll get that going in there also. We're going to need just to wait for this to smelt down. The other thing we should do is start looking to see if we can find some lava, because while I said it doesn't require energy to run the smeltery, it does require, its fuel source is lava, and we'll see that in a second. So we're going to pause here. I'm going to cook these up into our seared bricks, and we'll be right back. So I took a step outside, and 2 places to find lava. Sometimes it spawns on the overworld, sometimes it spawns underground. Now, Y level 11 is a really easy place to find lava. But I did notice when I went outside and looked on the journey map, you can use your scroll wheel to zoom in and out. We can see ourselves here. There's our little base. And we can see a nice big thing of lava right here. So I'm going to go down there. The first thing I'm going to do is take some of my sand. We're going to need some glass. So we're going to start cooking that down. And the first thing we want to do, the first piece of this we want to build is our seared tank. And the reason is it's 8 seared bricks with a piece of glass, because this retains its liquid once you break it. So I can bring it with me, fill it with some lava, and then bring it back. So we're going to grab some of our bricks already, and that's the first recipe we're going to do. So when we come in here, we build that. I built a bit of glass. We have our seared tank. I took the iron that we had, and I built a bucket. I made a bucket with that. So now we're going to look at journey map. We're heading off in approximately the wrong direction. We want to head south, and we want to head to this lava, because this looks like one of the closest ones. Ooh, this looks like a beautiful plain. Maybe there's a good place to build a permanent base. So much fun stuff to explore. We still need to explore this world one step at a time. So let's head over that way. We want to turn south, and there is a big rock in the way. Now, what I want to do also is I get lost a lot. So the waypoint that we created for our home cave, I'm going to turn that on. So now we can see the yellow light here, so that when I'm looking to try to find my way back, I won't get lost. Oh boy. I need to go across there. This is going to be fun. And all we have is like nothing but mountains. Oh, but we have a little... this river system might be able to get us there. So let's do this. Oh, It looks like my axe is broke. And of course, I left my tools with me. I left my tools in my base. Okay, let me go back to the base, and I'll be right back. Okay, back at the base, I got my sharpening tool, so I'll be able to repair my mattock. And in addition, I built myself a little boat because I noticed when I looked at Journey Map, we can see that I can come down here and hopefully take the river most of the way instead of trying to climb over this huge, huge mountain. So let's see if we can do that. We'll come down here. I think there's going to be a spot that we're going to have to step off. Take the torches out of the hand. Let's go. Oh, man, really? Well, that didn't work out very well. See, I should go exploring first before I do anything like this. I kind of want to cut a cave. It looks like I can get through here. Let's see if I can dig through a little tunnel. Yeah, this is a bad idea. Okay, we're going to cut over a little bit. Looks like our... I'm hoping we come out at some point soon. Check our map. Oh, we got a ways to go. This was a waste of time. Guys, let me get over the other side, and we'll come back soon. Okay, so I cheated a little bit. We're going to go over the mountain. And the way I did that, I built a little staircase along the side. We'll make sure this is lit. It's a nice little staircase to get up to the top. We're now at the top of the mountain. Now I can head south. And we'll see how bad of an idea this was. But who knows, maybe we'll get a nice vantage point up here to see some nice pretty stuff. We can see where that lava pool is. There's something glowing and sparkling down there. And we should be close to the lava, although I get a feeling it is miles beneath me right now. It says it's over here somewhere. Oh no, it wasn't real lava. It's just a single block flowing down the mountain, which has cleared out a big area. It looks like it's burned this out. Pretty area here. Another good spot potentially to build a base. You know what? Since this was a bust, we're gonna head back to the base. Assuming I can get back to the base. And what we're gonna do is mine down and look for lava underground. Be right back. Okay, attempt number 12. When I go into journey maps here and I switch between showing cave or not, we can see there's some lava over here, so I'm going to see if I can traverse the cave and go find that one. Hopefully there's not a lot of bad monsters around here. And I think this might, hopefully this will be, oh, that's going to be in the ravine. But if we head generally over this way, my hope is that we will find some lava. And we may be, once again, boned. Okay, well, let's go exploring. And we're at... Yeah, I see a creeper. You know what? Let me just go offline. I'm just going to dig the hard way. We're going to dig a path down. A path straight down to Y level 11. We'll get it there, and I'll meet you back in a second. So as I'm digging down, you can see on our right, I'm at Y level 20. We're almost there. I came across this. This is black quartz ore, and we can see from the blue text, this is part of actually additions. So if you come across this, and with my stone pickaxe, it is mineable just using a regular stone pickaxe. I recommend picking some of this up because the black quartz ore creates black quartz, which is kind of like the base building block of actually additions. And when we get into that, that's going to be useful. So go ahead and pick more of those up. I'm just trying to get to the rest of the way down. Unfortunately, I'm not seeing a lot of lava down here. My quest for lava is becoming a bust, but I'm almost at Y level 11, where most of the lava can be found. We'll keep torching ourselves up. And I'm going to get down. Oh, I can see a little side. I can see some slivers behind and in front of me. hopefully once I hit Y level 11, we'll get there. Why level 11, you ask? That is one where a lot of lava will, as you're digging, will be at kind of at ground level, which is nice. And the other one, it's a good level to find diamonds and other things like that. Now, me getting completely lost and going on my wild goose chase to find lava wasn't the worst thing in the world. Oh, I am at Y level 11, well, you know. Because I was able to get a number of resources. So we got 23 more iron, a bunch of copper, we got the black quartz, like I said. Now we just need to find this lava, and it's going to be over here somewhere. Let's hope we find it soon. I'm going to go into kind of a diagonal. Getting close, I can feel it. Now we got some more resources we can dig up. Let me be right back once I find it. And finally, after years of searching and digging and looking, we have finally found a source of lava. Just like everything, it took way too long. So let's put down our seared tank. We're going to pick up some of these lava, and we're going to fill it in here. Now, this, you can see it's about a quarter full. You can't see exactly how much, but it does fit 4 buckets worth. So let's go ahead and put 4 buckets worth in there. When I break it, it retains its inventory and even looks nice. From here we can see it has 4,000 millibuckets. 1,000 millibuckets is a bucket. And we can head now back upstairs. We'll just do this the old-fashioned way, and once we get up there, let's go and build a smeltery finally. Okay, so we're back at our base. We have our stuff. I think our bricks are now done. And we're going to build the world's smallest smeltery. It can be, it's a multi-block that can be any size. The pieces that you need are the smeltery controller. We know we want that. We want a drain, which is just putting these down like this. We need a faucet. And I want to start with a casting table. We will need a basin, but we'll get to that in a bit. And we're going to need some seared bricks. So let's make a few of these right now. There we go. Our inventory is getting full, so I'm going to put away some of the materials that we found. And we're going to make the world's smallest, cutest smeltery. So the most important part, make it outside or inside? Let's make it outside. We'll kind of pop her over here. So the most important part is the controller. But to put the controller, we need a base. And the base of your smeltery can be any size, from 1x1 to anything else. So we're going to make a cute little, let's make a 1x1, because that's what we have material for. We're going to get some of our cobble just to create a base around here. I'm just using this to put stuff on. Our controller we'll put on top. Our seared tank, which is the fuel source, we'll put, actually I'm going to put that on the other side, just because I know how I want this to look. So I'll put this here. You'll notice when you look at the controller, if nothing's coming out of this, you don't have a complete multi-block. Once this goes into flames, you realize we will have a complete multi-block. So all we need is a brick there. How badly did that mess up? So a good lesson that you should also light up things above you. So let's go ahead, turn on our lighting levels, and see where we messed up. Willing to bet there are plenty of areas up here that are not well lit. And in fact, there's a cave. So this is probably where this guy came from. That looks like a decent spot. Odd that there's some stuff there. Let's go ahead and light this up. I have a feeling in my head that the other problem with this is going to be up here. So we'll give a little bit of lighting up here so that nothing can spawn up above there. There we go. So we have a beautiful floating area. We'll collect some resources. We're going to have to fill this in. But I guess a good demonstration that this can actually be freestanding wherever you want. So hopefully my seared tank is still alive. The drain is still good, so we're going to put the drain here. And we can see now that we have these 4 pieces, a base, a drain, a tank, a brick, and a controller, we have a completed thing. When we right-click it, we get into the UI of the smeltery, and because the inside now fits 1 brick, that means our smeltery can smelt 1 thing at a time. So let's make that a little bit bigger. I do want to make this just a little bit. I'm going to clean this up in a bit, but what I'm going to do is just make this a little bit bigger. I think we want to make let's make the rest of these bricks. We're going to make it instead a 1x2. That's a nice, and I guess I need to turn this into a piece of brick also. There we go. So now that we've made this an internal 1x2, we can see we have 2 things we can do. So the only 2 things, we need to put our smeltery drain back on here, attach a faucet to it, and underneath that we'll put our casting table. There we go. We have our beautiful smeltery that totally wasn't blown up by a creeper. So we are running out of time this episode, but I do want to show you what happens right here. You're going to notice that when I take a piece of my iron and throw it in, it's going to melt down, and it's going to put it into here. So the capacity, because I have 2 squares, for every square that I have, it will give me 8 capacity of ingots. So normally when I put this into a furnace, it only melts a single ingot, but as it ever so slowly goes up and uses its lava as fuel to melt this, it will create this, and we'll be right back in just a second. Okay, it finished melting, and we can see the liquid in here, and when we hover over it, we can see we have 2 ingots of molten iron. So we've now just doubled that 1 thing into 2. If I were to go and press this, nothing happens because we need something here. So I think that's where we're going to leave it off at the moment. We built a little tiny smeltery, and next episode we're going to look to see how to get the ingots out of it. If you want to read ahead, check out your Akashic Tome in the Materials in You. You'll be able to see how to do it. But next time we will actually go through and fix it. Yeah, and between episodes I'll probably clean up this area to make it a little less grotesque because of my creeper explosion. I'm really glad I didn't lose any brick. But that's all for today. Thank you for joining me in this wacky adventure where I failed miserably in finding lava. It was great playing for you again, and we'll see you very soon.